The Alfie Whattam podcast.
There is the counter argument to this. The New Yorker put out a post, I'll show this on the screen at the moment, is AI art stealing from artists? Because at the end of the day, all of these pictures are just taken from other people and combined together to create new images. And according to a lawyer behind a brand new class action suit, every single image that the generative tool produces is infringing on existing work. And I really do see how we could have some massive lawsuits, this year with companies like Getty Images or some other Shutterstock, I think is a big one, where they own a bunch of images. And then, AI tools are just stealing them and using it and repurposing them to make new images. Do those artists who created those images deserve compensation, perhaps? It's going to be interesting to see where that all heads. Do you think those artists making those claims, those designers, might have, a leg to stand on, perhaps? What would you say, Tris?
So I'd say it's a bit like the late 80s, early 90s, people sampling everything and they're going around thrift stores and getting all the records from stuff that people wouldn't recognise and they sample it.
Yeah.
But there was always a kickback.
Mm.
And there isn't a kickback system here for
they're
artists, creative people.
Making billions off of other people's work, yeah.
And then the counter side of that as well is, Steve Jobs famously said, great artists steal. I think he stole that from somewhere else as well.
Picasso said it.
Yeah, Picasso said it.
Good artists copy, great artists steal, and then Steve Jobs stole it.
He stole it.
Yeah, another great artist.
Yeah. But it's the same as you look at some of the older Apple kits and older Sony products. Yeah. There's a similarity there as well.
They all copy each other.
And Braun as well as a company.
Exactly. Yeah. Twitter pioneered hashtags. They're everywhere now and vice versa. What do you think, Oscar, when you see the artists complaining about this? Do you think they might have a point?
I think they definitely do have a point. I think it's very, very difficult to police.
Yeah.
I think what we could see is some kind of system whereby there is a kickback. There is some kind of automated transfer of value back to the originator. I mean, I don't know if it's possible, but I think wider than this issue, it is important to understand what inputs led to the output of the AI system. So you'd hope that that kind of insight into, the inputs becomes available. And then if you do have insights to the input, then potentially if you have a AI image generator site that anyone can go to, and maybe it costs you, 10p per image, then you could automate the payment of 50% of that back to the original artist. So I don't think that's impossible from a technical standpoint. It's just that we need that measurement piece and we need the automation piece in terms of the value exchange.
Yeah, it's certainly possible. I think it will take regulation. It will take because people aren't going to stop using these products. They're too good. So it will probably need some government saying, hey, you need to, some lawsuits happening, and then you need to kind of include the creators of your product. They need to be paid for it because at the end of the day, they were involved in the content that made it happen. Hey, thanks for watching this YouTube video. If you want to see more like this, please remember to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.